Good morning, teachers and parents. Today, we are talking about an after-school program for your children. The way we will assess this is whether having an after-school reading program will benefit the students and will it be helpful for their learning. We would also need to check the level of difficulty that they are reading, and depending on the child's reading level, will they be reading to themselves or will there be a teacher to read for them? Also, how many children will there be in the program and what are the ages of the children? The second part we would look at was what type of research we would conduct. In this case, we would be conducting a case study. We would closely observe whether the children are learning to read. Also, if they are engaged in the after-school program, and what children like having a reading program and what children dislike having a reading program. The teacher and parents involved can also closely follow one individual or the entire group to see if they are gathering the same ideas and to observe if they are the same as other children in other after-school programs. The types of variables that we would be specifically looking at would be independent and dependent. In the independent, we would look for if the students in the reading program were learning from what they are reading. The dependent variable would be how many of the students in the class are actually reading and at what level are they reading at. As you would imagine, there'd be a lot of different problems that could occur during this program. For example, the intervening variables that would occur could be the child's motivation, if they are engaging in the reading, if their intention to be there, and what expectations they have. Also, if the child has any events in their lives that would be of a sensitive topic and that would cause them not to read. Also, there could be a behavioral issue which would cause a negative impact towards their reading and could cause a negative impact towards the entire group and cause this reading program to have a negative effect. Another problem that could happen is different types of biases, and for example, here are a few. An experimental bias could change the way the results are shown. If the level of difficulty is decreased and the children who can read well are reading books that are easy for them, or vice versa, if a student has a easy reading level, which is which then we increase the level of difficulty, they might have a hard time focusing on the book and be disengaged. Another bias would be observational selection. This can occur when we miss something that the children has learned or even didn't notice the children increasing their learning. This can happen with changing the difficulty of reading, and the child might be disengaged and not being able to focus. Another bias, negativity bias, could happen. When a child hasn't learned and all we notice is the negative aspects, this can affect the general learning and also affect the group outcome. It can also have a negative impact on the entire after-school reading program and would have to change our idea of what could be a good reading program. Now, looking back at what we've discussed, we have a clear insight of what this after-school reading program will benefit our children. We have learned that the different types of methods in conducting research and what is the best possible solution or outcome to occur. Also, is there a possibility of either achieving the goal or failing to find the answer? Now, this can happen whether the entire group of children are able to read the material or not read the material, and also which students are engaged in reading and which children are not engaged in reading. There are many different types of possibilities, and we have a clear insight to how the child likes to read and how they would enjoy the reading. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a nice day.